there's no answer, it doesn't count. Okay, then, here it is. Ready?
Totally.
Proof. Who does Venus have a crush on?
Jesus Christ. Mm, I wish I had a Neptune in my friend group growing up. Uh, uh, Desperate for a Neptune to exist. Neptune is like. Okay, this could be a weird thing, but I think it's a reference you'll get. You know how, like. Do you remember why Ebex is introduced the way he
Yeah,
is? Which, like, we need somebody to be like this person.
yeah.
Neptune has that
Oh, you
energy to
mean
me.
counter? Yes, I understand what you mean. Yes, no. That's a really good comparison.
Neptune has like Austin Walker reading a social situation and realizing that this needs to happen. Like,
Something has to fucking break right now.
uh huh. Anyways,
Yeah.
what a great line. Um, uh, hmm. Wait, what if I get it wrong?
Then you're in trouble.
Still? Wait, still, not fair. I guess I need to get it right then. Hmm. Oh, it's totally you. Um. um
No. Wait, no, sorry. Not. Absolutely not illegal.
oh, why not? It's cute. He has good taste.
Boo. No. Awful. Absolutely rejected.
I love this game.
Neptune's so mean. You are not funny at all.
I genuinely thought there's no way I would like this game more than Heaven Will Be Mine, given how much Heaven Will Be Mine like speaks specifically to me on like the weird Twilight Mirage stuff it's doing. But it always seems like the sun will never set until we look up and find it already has. The sirens buzz a little louder now. They always buzz louder at night. The devil is weak and humans are strong, and that is the way it always has been. Even a kid can kill the devil. All she has to do is try.
I'm bored.
We should make the rounds, maybe?
We should do something else.
We should make the rounds. Or we could do something else. Come on, we have to. It might be nothing, but if we don't check, we'll get in trouble. Or die. You know. Jupiter pulls herself up by her radio. It's long and thin and delicate, but then there's that awful weight at the end. Let's all go. Bring your radios. And leave everything else? Yeah, why not? It's not like anyone's going to steal it. What if. What if he comes by when we're gone? That's true.
Who cares?
The captain. A lot, probably.
Ugh.
I know. But it's not good for one of us to be alone.
That's why there shouldn't be three of us in the first place. This is such a joke.
It makes sense for two people to go out and one to stay here.
Yeah, fine. Are you sensing some themes, Juliet?
Yes, but I'm not positive I'm sensing the correct themes here. So I'm excited
Well,
to get to the first ending.
fair enough. I would like to hear what the themes you're sensing are, because I'm curious.
Okay, so if you ask me after that specific exchange what themes I'd be sensing, I would be like, okay, so in Christianity, there is a thing that happens where two people stay one place and one person goes, and then it turns into two people going and one person staying. And by that I mean God the Father stays in heaven, Jesus goes down to earth, and then the Holy Spirit goes down to earth. The two parts of the Trinity.
Right.
However, I really expected more Garden of Eden stuff from this. These specific photos, like, resonate absolutely strongly with, like, real life to me. Like, I've not stayed in this place overnight, but I have been in this sort of place in the woods, especially, not where I grew up, but near where I went to school, further out east in, like, Appalachia, where you will just have, like, stuff out in the woods, and it's like there are 12 people who live in this, like, 60-mile area.
Right.
And, like, you'll just find a place that, like, oh yeah, somebody lived here, or somebody, like, meant to live here. They installed a lot of the stuff you would need to live here, but no one, like, lived here, and technically electricity runs in it, but, like, you super shouldn't stay in there because you do not know what is, like, growing or living there, etc. I don't know. I'm missing some other thing, because obviously I'm, like, reading gender into a lot of this. I'm reading, like, queerness into a lot of this, but I really don't know what the devil looks like or seems like in this scenario, and I don't know. I assume in a second here we're going to be given another chance to choose two people, like, choose a pair of people, because that's the choice that we're consistently given. I love the way that choice has been presented in the past. The thing I don't know is whether somebody's gonna, like, be fit here. I'm excited to get to the first, like, ending, is I think the thing.
Alright, then let's steamroll through and get to it.
Yeah.
Not steamroll, but you get it.
We should do something else, actually. Truth or Dare again?
Oh, come on! After all that, you already convinced me.
The sirens are louder tonight. I can definitely hear something. No, forget it. I don't want to. Let's just not. He's never gonna know. And tonight's just going to turn out to be another night where nothing happens, right? I don't want to. Let's just stay here.
That's what I was saying.
What if the captain comes and checks on us?
Nah, he's going home with his girlfriend or whatever she is tonight. Irresponsible. Gross. Whatever, it's so him. He's not gonna bother us, and even if he did, we could say we were totally just about to, or we already did, and how's he gonna know?
Cool. Good. Jupiter sits down and gently leans her radio against the wall. It's an easy and correct choice to make. It would have been nice to go together, but we can't. We should do the irresponsible thing and stay in the sleeping bags and piles of clothes until we're happy. Shit. Here come the sirens. No, ow! They're so loud.
God, why won't you shut up?
But God has spoken on that unmistakable frequency. Two of us have to go. One has to stay. Okay, I'm committing to learning more about Venus next time. So we're going Jupiter and Neptune again.
Alright.
Okay.
This is also what I did the first time, is I think I focused on Jupiter and Neptune.
Start recording. Okay, and welcome back to We Know the Temple.
Yeah, we found out we lost a bunch of video. Or not a bunch, it's only like 2 scenes, but we're coming back and just like re-hitting those choices and rereading them a little bit. So
Yeah. So we're going.
It's only 2 scenes, thankfully. Yes.
Okay, I'll stay. Are you sure?
Yeah, are you really sure?
Staying in one place is pretty hard, but I think I'll manage. What?
Oh wait, it's a joke!
Well, now I feel a bit less confident, but I know we can't light candles. I keep wanting to do the Mars voice, or the voice I came up with for Mars, which goes, Mars! Uh, Mars!
Yeah, remember Mars, who says her own name like she's a Pokemon.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
That was my favorite part of Heaven Will Be Mine.
It's like, I was so sleepy every time. I had to, like, find the character, otherwise it would just sound like me talking to myself the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, things can't sound like what they are. Nevertheless, I know we can't light candles or burn incense without the house catching fire, but I can wrap my radio around the door. And there's no other way in. Okay, if you're sure.
Then let's go. We're not even gonna catch the devil anyways. Let's just get it over with.
Catch the Devil's a different game.
It is.
We leave Venus wrapping his radio around the door. He's good at knots, and he's good at switch boxes, and if he's good at anything else, he's never shown us. The woods are noisy with insects and frogs. Nothing ever shuts up around here. Nature doesn't care about humans or the dark. But we sometimes think they'd take his side over ours if they got the choice. The world probably resents being nothing more than God's gift to us.
Venus is probably fine.
Nah, he's totally going to die.
Both of you sure have the element of surprise when it comes to telling jokes. Are you seriously worried about him?
Maybe. A little? He's weird. Not in a bad way, necessarily. But maybe in a bad way, possibly? Sometimes I don't even know what he is. Do you think he notices how much of a jerk he is sometimes?
I wish. He'll be so great if he leans into it on purpose. He'll just be a bitch if he stays like this. No boy is innocent. Or whatever he is.
Still a great line. The structural ambiguity of the first sets up the structural ambiguity of the second. Not whatever he is innocent, but whatever he is boy. Well, we're all stuck together, whatever we are. Whatever we are. For the rest of the week.
We could just go now. We could run away right now and never come back and never have to know what happened here. The highway isn't even a mile away. Just kidding. I know you'd never go for that.
You say just kidding after a lot of pretty huge things. Would you go for it?
No, it's stupid. Summer Scouts is almost over anyway. Some things you just bear with and then it's over.
That's really thoughtful. You don't bear anything quietly, though.
No, why the hell should I? This place is ruining my entire summer and no one deserves to forget it.
God, yeah. This place really is the worst. I'm glad you don't give me a chance to say yes to any of your bad ideas. Are you okay?
My eyes feel so weird. My skin feels weird. I hate these bugs and this everything. Nothing could be grosser. Thanks, I'm fine.
Neptune, we... never mind. Yeah, let's go back.
I figured out how to find Neptune again, and it's just to lean really hard into vocal fry. Yes. You can barely hear the sirens anymore, guys. It's fine. Sit still. You are making me crazy.
I'm still a little worried. It's always like this. The devil always shows up when you least expect it.
You two are unbearable. All we literally have to do is chill. You can do that, right? Right?
I'm gonna save here. I'm learning to be precautionary when it comes to saving.
Yeah, just for OBS's sake.
um, I can try. Well, not really.
Oh, did that not come through? Sorry.
No, yeah. I think I lost it last time you said this too, which is very funny to me. Just this single word.
God.
Uh huh. This happens to me on Duolingo. If they ever ask me to say a whole sentence, I can do it just fine. But whenever they're like, just say this one word, it's like the microphone isn't going to pick it up. You're not going to understand one syllable. Anyways.
Uh-huh. I should have known. You are both impossible. Oh, excuse me. I'm so glad I brought this.
Exclamation point. Oh my god. The bottle is half drunk and sticky and smells of paint thinner, sugar, and artificial flavoring, and that is exactly what it is, along with some additives that will shave years off our lives.
No need to praise me too much. You can thank me by drinking this until you're no longer anxious and annoying.
That's. I'm. illegal?
That is fine, because either way, I'm gonna drink it until I don't care about how anxious and annoying either of you are.
How did you even get that?
I traded this fine bottle of Pernicious Rogue for 20 bucks and my 3 ugliest shades of nail polish. Aren't I generous?
I haven't ever had alcohol before. Oh god, it hurts just to smell. Are you sure this is something people can drink?
Impossible, the both of you, I swear to God. Sorry it's not an Italian red, my darling princesses. I also don't have martini glasses or umbrellas either. But I promise you, adults are lying assholes about alcohol, and all this shit is samely awful. What you should be saying is, Neptune, thank you so much for getting some with the chaser already in it. You perfect darling. You're saving us the embarrassment of throwing up after our first shot, and you ask for nothing in return but us to shut the fuck up. You're an angel who doesn't deserve any of this.
Sorry. Thank you. Neptune, thank you so much for...
Don't get smart with me. I only have 2 shot glasses, so who's going with me?
Okay. I'm so excited to see the Venus version of this, but seeing this through.
Jupiter, you're gonna drink, right?
Gay.
Please don't tell me you're not.
I guess?
Peer pressure. You're not cool if you don't drink.
Venus fades away into the background. Oh no. I'm falling for this.
Look at me, I'm an after-school special. You're hanging out with the wrong crowd. Who knows what will happen?
Okay.
Good.
Cheers.
Your face right now. It's not...
It's just so... sweet. It'd be easier straight.
Wait, this isn't your first time drinking?
My dad sometimes gives me a little. And my mom, too, on Sundays. They're really strict, though. They want me to, appreciate it and not do exactly what we're doing and drink horrible shit for the sake of getting drunk.
Well, it's too late now. You're corrupted forever, and the only choice is to drink until you are drunk and hungover so you can learn an important life lesson about life... an important lesson about life and peer pressure and whatever.
Okay. I'll drink to that. Clink.
Bottoms up, bitch!
Oh! Yep. Still bad.
Arrgh. How do you stand it? I don't know how to do those.
Mm-hmm.
You're barely making a face. It's infuriating. Another, please.
I can't stand it. It's awful. Oh, it's unimaginable. Please, show me mercy.
Another.
Are you... Are you sure? I'm just gonna read.
Fuck you, take this shot.
Ah, oh.
Ugh, I hate this.
What is this flavor? Fruit punch? Or is it green apple? Maybe watermelon?
I can't believe you're not even tipsy. Your father is incredible. Is he Vin Diesel? Is he Arnold Schwarzenegger? Is he Ernest Hemingway? Are you the love child of Vin Diesel and Ernest Hemingway? For the record, I did lose it after rereading that line.
Well, he doesn't care for women or long sentences, if that counts.
Ha! That's fucking funny. So you have read a book.
I mean, it's not because he's mean or anything. He just doesn't like women.
Oh. Oh! Wait, why would he send you here?
For the record, Jupiter's experience in this particular scene is not my experience. Not
Yeah,
my
actually,
lived
this
experience.
does remind me of something, which is like earlier you were talking about how like for Jupiter it's probably existentially impossible to think of herself as having a crush on a girl.
Mhm.
Which is like probably not untrue, but it is interesting because she knows like her dad's gay, right? So like she knows this is a thing that can happen.
Or does... Like, I want to be open for that reading because that does seem to be what the text is presenting, but I also want to like recognize the weird like adult Christian homosexual where like you are gay, but that doesn't mean you have to act on it. Like that's the like way you live like decades of your life.
Right.
That thing.
Yeah, and I'm sure Jupiter's in that space, but like it seems like she would know that it's possible.
Sure. Which I definitely didn't pick up on earlier in the story.
Yeah.
And also, I'm still like, wait, is there another reading to Jupiter's dad? I guess we'll find out. Or maybe not. Maybe this is all we really learn about Jupiter's dad, but I don't know. Sometimes we just do stuff so mom will chill.
Your dad is cool.
Yeah, he really is.
All right. Another?
Okay. My dad said that humans may have made alcohol, but the devil gave them the idea.
Your dad has never been more right about anything.
The worse it tastes, the more evil it makes you. And every kind has its own sort of evil in it. I think alcohol is incredible like that.
It's all the same.
No. It's so different. It's so different. Like, red wine makes you lascivious, but also kind of weepy. And beer makes you lazy, but prepared to yell.
Oh yeah? And what does this make you feel? Ugh, I'm losing my vocal fry again.
I'm descending into my white girl wasted voice that I keep doing Jupiter.
I can hear it.
Uh-huh. I love recording this game with you. It's so fun. We should do this more often. I feel... Anyways, back to Jupiter. I feel like I want to break a window.
You're right, fuck! I'm gonna throw up on everyone.
You are not sober.
Neither are you, miss, and it's written all over your smug, lazy face. I can tell! Oh.
No, it's true. This is a tragedy. How will my reputation as #1 untouchable tomboy prude ever recover?
God, don't complain. I got most touchable, and it's not even true. I'm not half as bad as the sluts in Group Southeast. Leave me alone, please. People think you're cool, you know?
They are wrong and also jerks. Camp will be over soon anyway.
Assholes. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em, Jupiter.
Yeah. Let's do another.
Fine. Ugh.
You shouldn't drink so fast.
No, it's not that.
Are you okay?
Oh God, I itch.
Neptune?
It's okay. Stop. Damn it, not here.
Come, let's go to the bathroom. Don't throw up here.
I'm fine. Don't.
Neptune?
Don't look.
Are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Seriously, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little sick. I can do one more.
Right. One more.
Disgusting forever.
12 a.m. We made it to the end. The night is over. And we all survived. We're gonna save here. You sure you're okay, Neptune? Venus is drunk or blushing after having one shot.
I assume it's been a little bit, so like Venus has had time to catch up a little bit.
Or is just blushing.
Or is just blushing.
You sure you're okay, Neptune?
Fuck off, please. We're finishing this goddamn bottle and nothing will stop me.
I guess they are all finishing it, probably. Am I drunk? Wait, am I still drunk? This is hard. I don't get it. How are you supposed to tell?
This bottle is almost empty, and you two are babies, and that is a 100% objective measurement. We are. There's my vocal fry. That thing.
Drunk?
Excellent work. 10 points to Hufflepuff. Wow, this game came out a while ago.
Wait, stop immediately and say that again. Okay.
I mean... Venus is drunk and also hearing things.
I totally wanted Hufflepuff, but the quiz put me in Slytherin.
Are you serious? No, wait, no, hang on, wrong. Wrong tone.
Oh my god, really? But wait, I see it. You're just like... What's her name? You know, Nymphomania something? The one with the cool hair and intense expression and the kinda gay.
Exactly. Wait.
It was Nymphadora.
Oh my god, she hates that. She goes by her last name. And how the hell are you still sober enough to be able to pronounce it and remember it?
I'm not drunk. Just like the sprite moving over.
Venus, come here.
Okay.
Whisper.
I don't know.
Do it.
Okay. Sorry, Jupiter, but Venus says I'm supposed to hold you down until you drink.
I think that's supposed to be Neptune.
Wait, oh, did the line say?
You can look at the log.
Oh yeah, that is funny. It should say, okay, I'm sorry, Jupiter.
A second
Neptune-
meaner Venus has appeared.
Yeah, it's like Sakura. I'll drink it.
What, Boo ruined? You both are no fun.
Oh my god.
Are you drunk? Is it finally possible?
I need a second. Oh.
We did it, Venus. Thank you for your support.
That's the power of teamwork and good finding. Hufflepuffs are good at finding. Did you know this about Hufflepuffs?
I have actively made an effort to remove Harry Potter knowledge from my brain, given the political developments of the past 7 years or so.
Reasonable. However, it is very funny for Venus to be like, that's the power of teamwork and good finding.
10 million points to us.
Good job. You win, you two. What are we playing next?
What are we playing next?
What a good question. We already did Truth or Dare, I guess, but there's probably something more awful and worse, right? Oh, like 7 Minutes in Heaven?
Oh my god, perfect. That is the worst, dumbest idea. Yes.
No, wait, that's not... I will win! You can't win it, though.
God, let's.
But bravery is for that other house. I declare it my turn. Shit. This is so pivotal. This means so much, right?
Probably.
But, like,
I mean, I know how much it means, but probably.
to me, this is like more meaningful than anything we've encountered so far in the whole game.
Yeah.
But we've decided to stick through with the Jupiter Neptune, so we're sticking with Jupiter Neptune. Where are you? Whoops, I think this is a broom.
I just have to highlight again.
Mhm.
Venus is just there, outside,
Uh-huh.
like a meter away at most.
Mm-hmm. Could
Wow,
be,
how
like,
dare you confuse me with a broom?
there seemed to be like a unsteady or unstable second floor there to me, or like attic space or something, or like the little like green, like there's a bathroom hypothetically, maybe that doesn't have great plumbing. Who knows? Anyways, we don't need to get into specifics. Oh no.
Just kidding. I'm here.
Oh, I see. Or I feel, I guess. I can't see.
We are close.
Yeah. So, Neptune.
Oh, I said it.
And it, yeah.
It was too quiet.
I thought that might be.
SHH.
No, I.
Here. Ah. Oh.
Wow. I. It's not. It's not real if we don't say it out loud, right?
That's right. No one can prove it.
No one except us.
It's your word against mine. A double lock. So it never happened unless we both say it did.
Neither of us are gonna be that stupid, right?
Of course. We both know better.
I'm kind of an idiot, though.
You liar. You're much better at keeping yourself quiet. I never would have if I knew you might be stupider than even me.
Sorry. I'm just so...
Some things can't be taken back. There are things worse than saying it directly, you know?
like, this feels right.
And I'm just so happy. Exactly, what are you thinking saying things like that?
I'm not. I'm not saying them. They're things anyone could have said about anybody. They're just in the air. You mean so much to me. Anyone could have said that about anyone. Not that I'm saying it.
You get it. The Midwest is great. All you have to do is not say it out loud.
Oh no.
It's like a spell, and you can be as obvious as you want about everything else. You can wait it out forever, as long as you don't say it.
I hope I can. But even if I don't say it, I still feel it. Like a hand in the air, holding tight.
Okay.
Is it?
I said it's okay, so it's okay. Stop talking. Stop talking forever. I'm drunk. You're drunk. Can't see anything. Double lock. Nothing is happening. Your hands, either way, are nice.
You're right. This is nothing.
Ah,
And so is this.
oh,
This, too.
you get it. Oh, exactly. Just nothing. Like that hand in the air. You might think you're feeling it, but
It's nothing.
it's nothing.
Achievement unlocked.
Which...
I don't know if you saw the
Swear to
achievement
God,
unlocked.
like,
It literally popped up in the corner.
Oh, I don't have the Steam. I can't see your Steam overlay. The other thing I was gonna say is, like, I don't think I recognized this the first. So, my brief thing about how I've played this game. The first time I played this game, I played this route basically with Jupiter and Neptune. I'm losing track of names. And then I played like the true ending, and I was like, I was 15 or 16 or something. I was like, I didn't fucking understand that at all. And I didn't touch it for another 2 years. And then I came back and played it after I think I was non-binary at the time. Like, I was like a 15-year-old non-binary kid, and I didn't really understand myself. Came back to this a couple years later after I'd come out as a girl, and then I played through all of it, and I was like, oh, I get it now. I understand what the themes are. But the thing I will say is, even at that age, I don't think I understand just how much this sounded like. I swear to God, I've seen this in like this style of dialogue in like Bloom Into You. Like, it's very Yuri anime. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I still don't know. I've literally... The true ending could be like... Do you know the true ending of Persona 4?
No, I've never played a Persona game.
Okay.
For the record, I know that you probably don't know the themes yet. I'm just laying it out.
Right. So, like, for me, a true ending of this game is like, oh, we go and like actually attack and dethrone God. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, the sirens are still going, a little. Does it sound worse to you?
You're imagining.
The room fills up with static from our radios, and there's another sound mixed in with the static, but none of us can tell what it is, whether it's music or talking or some sort of sound in between. The house radio. Is it the captain? Or Group South? Is it God?
Not the devil. Why aren't the sirens going off? What's wrong with it?
I can't tell. I think the signal is too weak. Let's boost it. Venus wraps his radio around the house radio, and Neptune plunges hers into the wood. Jupiter lights the coil of incense nestled in the middle of her speaker. It turns red for a moment. I don't think anyone's signaling. West. Group West. This is Group West. Who's calling me? Even the devil can use radio, you know?
The devil could do whatever, and if you worry about every little thing, that's just another way he can get you. Don't you read Lewis?
We're the only ones out here. There's no one else to come after. I don't hear anyone. What should we do? We could ask God? That sounds kinda... No, I promise, it's easy. We just need some extra wire. I just have to open up the radio box and...
Okay, as long as you do all the work, I'm fine with it.
Someone should go get wire. Venus can stay here and tinker, and one of us should spot for him.
I don't want to go back to the shacks.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Sure. Can we take a quick 2 minutes here?
Let's pause.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I don't know what to pick here. I am picking Neptune because we picked Venus and Neptune for the very first choice of the story, and so I'm thinking of this as kind of the like Neptune route almost. So let's go Venus plus Neptune.
Neptune is the main character of We Know the Devil for today.
Jupiter and Pluto seem to have a lot in common.
That's an interesting comparison.
Okay, Jupiter and Pluto have something in common because my Jupiter voice is Jupiter, and my Pluto voice is Pluto, and my Jupiter voice is Jupiter, which is like pretty close to one another.
Yeah.
It depends on how big the smile is when you're smiling.
Yeah, that tracks.
My secret to Pluto is to always, like, even through tears, be just like grinning that you're going to save everyone. Anyways, I guess I'm going. Scream if something horrible happens.
Do the same, please, as loud as possible.
Arg! Like that?
The worst. Try harder, or I won't save you next time.
Oh, the little smirk. See you guys later.
She's okay, I guess. She's fucking...
Like, Venus presumably has a crush on Jupiter. And
Uh-huh.
Neptune could care less, but, did just make out with Jupiter.
Oh, extremely.
And so now the two of them coming back together after that. But I mean, Venus will probably be professional here because there's a job to be done, and that job is talking to God. Does that...
Actually, that's such a funny word to describe Venus. You're not wrong, but it's so funny to think. Anyway,
does that mean you like her?
just work on the radio.
Oh, is that a no?
Are you trolling me on literal purpose?
A little. Aww.
Wow, Venus, I'm almost impressed. You are, deep down, kind of a little shit.
I didn't mean it in a mean way. I wasn't teasing.
That's so much worse, Venus.
I guess I just don't get it. I don't like being mean. I don't want to be mean, so I try really hard not to be mean. I don't get any of the just kidding, because it's not just kidding. It's just mean. Does it really not bother you when everyone is mean to you?
No. I couldn't care less. They are all just simply bad at it. What are they gonna make fun of me for?
Visibly sweating.
I dare you to answer that question.
No. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Seriously, you totally can, though. I'm an evil bad slut, right? I'm a bitch and a flirt. I'm a bitch because I let people know when they walk over me. I'm a flirt because boys keep talking at me. And this is somehow my problem because they can't get over themselves and leave me alone? How is that fair? Why should I get hurt by that? It makes me so mad. Why would I be anything but mad about all this stupid, obnoxious bullshit?
See, I am totally reading Lunaterra in Venus and Saturn in Neptune.
Those are the easy parallels. I have a hard, there's a through line there. Yeah, mm-hmm. I feel the through line too, I think.
Oh. God, Venus's big eyes are so much. Anyways, sorry, back to the script.
Get it?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like I shouldn't get mad, though. Like, you're supposed to turn the other cheek. Do you know about this being a Bible reference?
Yes.
Okay.
I really think people... Christ. Everything people... wait, hang on. This caught me so off guard, I lost my Neptune voice. Fry. Everything people who love to say that just love slapping people?
Yeah. Oh, Venus.
You don't have to be like that, you know? You're the only boy here I can stand.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at this, but it is funny to me.
No, it's I would encourage you to interpret these lines as deliberate. Mm-hmm. So I guess keep doing whatever it is as you stay that way.
Thanks. You too. 2 a.m.
It's very funny to imagine. This isn't what Venus meant, but it's very funny to imagine Venus saying to Neptune, "You're the only boy here I can stand."
Mm-hmm. Oh, Venus saying to Neptune, "You're the only boy here I can stand." Not Neptune saying to Venus.
Yeah, because Venus said "you too" in response to all that stuff. So coming back at it is very funny.
God, I did not get that at all. Thank you for explaining it because it's a fantastic joke.
I don't know that it's actually in there, but if it is, it's great.
I think it's a worthwhile reading. You know, it's a strong mystery.
Neptune voice, how I look with she, her pronouns in my bio.
It's done. Well, shall we tune in on God?
Whatever. Or wait, no, I got that joke wrong. Never mind.
It's okay. I think we got there. We could also try calling the captain again. Yeah, we could.
Just stop. I said I didn't care. Just go ahead. Calling will make Calling will absolutely make everything worse. It always does. If there was any chance the devil wouldn't come, God will ruin it. But who cares? Of course the devil is coming tonight. So do it.
Just gonna take this chance to save again. We arrange our radios in a circle. We all hold on to a length of the copper wire. We feel like we're a part of a Christmas display. We pray.
We don't really need to pray to it.
Sorry, I'm just so used to doing it. I start hearing it in my head as soon as we start, every time. Right? It just pops in my head.
Same, it's fine. I'm just saying.
We hold hands. We're looking for the signal. We can tell the difference between God and the devil. Finding God is pretty easy. He's 109.8 FM. The devil
Is there
is
significance to that?
No, it just it's like a radio station. Like, oh, and make sure to tune in to 109.8, your tune for the rock and roll and bad radio. I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, you said that with such surprise that I thought there was like a specific like radio preacher or something in the Midwest who was on 109.8.
No, not that I know of. I don't think it's a numerology joke to the Bible either, like, 1098 meaning something. I just think it's a funny bit that, like, God is on this specific frequency. The devil is never on the same frequency, but you sometimes hear a bit of him by accident when you're changing channels. By the time we find God, he's already talking. He never says, for those just listening. He expects attentiveness. Okay, who's... Here is a decision point between us.
Yeah. I think it's funnier if I have to say this shit not knowing anything about God.
Can you do your best, the cost of greed intro monologue?
I don't even remember it. Like, here's the thing. I don't think I have that register, like, anymore. I think I got rid of it, like, when I was doing my very, like, half-hearted voice training attempts, and now it's just gone.
Sure. Can you say this like you believe it?
Hang on. Let me read it first and... Yes. Okay, I think I can. Shining as Lucifer, the morning star in the dawn, and symbolizing the arrogance of desiring a beauty that is not God's. Venus 523. That which appears to be within grasp, and yet is ever.
God sounds like... Wish they would give us this direction the line before. Also, it's very funny to be Venus 523 and like Venus, which is the morning star. So Lucifer is thought of as the morning star. Lucifer literally,
which is Venus. This I also do know.
Yeah, God sounds like every boy you were afraid of talking. See, I thought it was every boy you were afraid of talking to once, but God sounds like every boy you were afraid of
talking at once.
I
again don't have that register in me anymore, so the best I can do is like the lowest of what I actually have with an attempt to pretend that I know what any of this means. Of the vanity to be seen and to see, The human eye sees clearly by the light of God, but the devil by his own light, and thus sees only his own truth. The meaning of the parable. What a waste of time.
Shh. Let's listen.
Whatever. Each of you shall choose. It is certain that the devil is coming.
Oh no.
It is certain. I told you. It is absolutely certain the devil is already here. Parables 1:1. The devil is only the shadow of man, cast from the light of God.
That's not a Bible verse, it's not a book in the Bible, but God, what a great line.
The meaning of this parable is that there is no devil. The weather is scheduled for 100 with humidity tomorrow. And now for the news.
Jupiter shuts off the radio.
I forgot that God told people the weather.
This game is weird, and I'm into it, but I'm scared. Anyways, I don't want to do this. Sorry. I don't want to do this. We should have... It's weird because, like, dejected Jupiter, because I'm not doing any accents for either of these characters. Like, I'm not doing, like, a strong voice, just a tone. Dejected Jupiter and, like, insistent Venus get too close together.
I can pick up Venus again, because, like, I think we passed it to you while I was doing Neptune, and then I just never picked
Sure,
Venus
yeah,
up.
if you wanna pick up Venus here.
Yeah. We should have called the captain. What would he have done, even? Something else? It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not like being the devil means you're gonna die. The devil just happens. Don't pity me.
It'll be the end of something.
It's me.
Just the instant change in posture from Neptune.
Don't pity me.
What?
I believe implicitly Neptune is saying, I'm the devil, but don't pity me about it. Like, don't. They all think it's them.
Hey, look, it's the line.
Pointing from the couch.png.
Uh-huh. We know the devil. The fireflies are out tonight. So many, we're afraid. We feel a little like we wish we could get away. Just for a little while. To some place that's not this shack. If the devil wasn't here, then... something. There is something that could happen. The only thing in the world we want to do.
We need to go. It's too late.
Oh, sorry, go on.
The devil's here. Just like on the radio.
This place is awful. It's just making everything worse. We should get out of here. We need to get out of here.
The captain won't let us.
The little crossed arms, the little smile from Venus now. Ugh.
It's terrifying.
Uh-huh.
Screw him. Oh, wait, no, that's my Venus voice again. Screw him. Why should we have to deal with this? Why is this our problem? It's stupid. This is on purpose. There's no reason to come out to these stupid woods. I can't believe I came here like we actually deserved it. What did they think was gonna happen? Ugh, I keep slipping back into Venus.
It's fine. Neptune. Now two of them are smiling. Okay, now we're back to normal Jupiter. It will be okay. Okay? I think.
Thanks.
Oh my god, they're holding hands.
Yeah.
I tried. Sort of.
No, I actually...
What was that? Out the window, where Venus is pointing, there's a light like a flashlight. but it is not a flashlight. I, Juliet, am so scared.
What is it?
Jupiter goes to the window to see. And this time it's true. We can see it too. We know we should stay. We should just get it over with here, where it's easiest. It'll be better for him too. But we should go.
Seriously, God, yes. Oh, right. We shouldn't. I mean, isn't one of us supposed to stay here?
There's a light inside now. It doesn't do anything, it just wanders. It passes over Neptune and she shivers.
Through this, no waiting.
Now, and we run. First it's left, and then it's right, and then it's both behind and ahead of us. It's like running from every firefly. It's like running from streetlights. It's like running from the sun. And they want him so bad.
Makes them look stupid.
Come on, we're almost there. You're okay, right? Right?
Yeah. I hate streetlights. We should have run for the road.
I know.
I'm not mad, okay? But I was fucking right. So if we die, you're not allowed to be mad?
That's fair. Jupiter trips. It's 100% her fault. She's not even upset. Oh! We started with me hitting my head. The game starts with me, like, having a concussion and recovering from it. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
She holds Venus under her as she hits the dirt. Oh, because we're protecting Venus from the lights. Or the light. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Jupiter leaps up and pulls Venus and crashes directly into the ground again. Her foot hurts so bad she almost screams.
No. You're okay, aren't you? Please don't be doing the stupid thing that is not happening and not real.
Sorry. Oh, God. Fuck. Super bad. Neptune holds Jupiter's hand so tight. It's probably going to be fine.
Fuck you.
Venus stands up. The lights flicker.
Why? Why are you protecting me? Why won't you let me? Why can't you just let it have me? Why won't you go on without me? Why won't you? I don't want to be strong. I don't want to be that sort of person at all. The lights in the edge of my eyes. I want to see them so much. They're so horrible, I can't look away. I want them within and without me. All through and about me. I want feathers in my lungs and eyes on my skin. I want my heart to see and my lungs to fly. I want to undo the division of day and night. I want to cast light over the city and shine shadows where the streetlights used to be. You're going to say, you're gonna say I shouldn't give up, and there's hope, and we can all get through this.
Please, don't.
That's not a lie, but... Venus, no. Get a grip. Stop. I promise I won't... It's nobody's fault but mine.
Jupiter holds Neptune. For a second, it looks like the light is lifting him up, like he's going up, like Jeremiah. It's exactly what we imagined.
Did Jeremiah go up? Who was Jeremiah?
So, a lot of people went up. I don't think Jeremiah was one of the ones to let up, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I certainly could not tell you whether you were right or wrong.
Okay, so, famous people who didn't die, but were instead taken up with the Lord. Enoch. E-N-O-C-H. We ever hear the phrase like Enoch? The walk of Enoch is to like not die. Elisha, not Eli, well, Elijah and Elisha, depending on what like tradition you're reading. And Jesus, except for the one time when he did. He didn't die the second time. He was just taken up.
Oh, of course.
I'm not familiar with Jeremiah. Anyways, it could be another like intentional idiosyncrasy. We're so glad we're together now, but it still feels wrong. Stop for a second and let us figure it out. But we don't deserve to get out with no regrets. We are ready, and we can see the way out is right there. Right through there.
R-A-M.
Wow, it's going very fast.
I think we missed a line in the log, so you might have to
Yeah.
get it that way.
Exactly. Venus is a suffocation of air and light, a Midwest summer sun so punishing it feels like a dream. Damn, that radio. A summer that never ends is hell. Nothing could be worse than being hot and sticky and surrounded by people who vaguely hate you forever. A wet, timeless nightmare of cloudy light. I'm also gonna take this opportunity to save. Venus reaches out to us. She has eyes to fly with and wings to see. As terrible as an angel, be afraid. That wing to see the truth and that eye to lay it bare. We feel the heat on our skin and recoil. It wants something from us. A lot of things. Maybe everything. The devil is lonely. We kicked out the devil and it must miss us. It keeps begging to be let back in. To let it in. And Venus did. Every wish of the eyes belongs to it. Nothing can escape this light. But we do. We can't feel the beat of the wings or the light of the eyes. We can't be seen. We choose to cover our faces. And the devil only ever gets one moment. For revenge, for love, for please see me. But there's nothing to fear when there's two against the devil. Neptune brings the water. Her radio crackles and bubbles and foams at its sharpest edge. Jupiter brings the storm. Her radio blares and shrieks, and the weight of it shudders. Our radios scream and crash against her, and the devil is destroyed. We're on the second highest branch, so we can see everyone, but no one can see us. Everyone else is climbing around the sirens, checking if we can get them any louder in the daylight. Good job, kiddo. Venus hangs from the highest branch he can. Steam peels off him. Nothing we can do about that but let it blow into the wind. A little bit of the devil always gets away. Neptune crushes a leaf in her fingers. Jupiter holds her other hand. Like we need to.
How much longer do we have?
Until it's all gone. Probably.
All day?
If we're lucky.
Good.
Neptune checks her phone, but it's out of batteries.
I'm so tired.
Me too.
Don't be tired. If I fall asleep, who's gonna stop me from falling?
I don't know. I guess we're both going to die. I promise I won't actually, though.
Good.
Otherwise, I'll die, right? Guess I'll die.
It's literally the same hand motion too.
Uh-huh.
God.
Guess I'll become a lawyer.
Guess I'll become the devil.
My favorite version of it is the gunslinger doing that guess I'll just die, and where the guy's going, guess I'll just die, and then
The body politic.
going, guess I'll become a lawyer. Just in that same pose. It's the best pose. Anyways, otherwise I'll die, right?
Right. Is your leg okay?
Yeah. So, don't let me fall either.
Okay. So say Venus falls. I'll catch him and then you'll catch me?
I'll totally try. But I think we'll definitely all die if that happens.
In that case, you shouldn't then.
I shouldn't. But I probably totally would. Wouldn't I be so cool? Like a real hero. And a human being. And a real hero. Anyways. Oh, it's another
You
note.
totally would. It'd be funny. Not sweet at all.
We lean on each other. And we wait. Huh.
Yeah, that's one route through Queen of the Devil.
Huh. Oh, special thanks to you, Kavi. Look.
Yeah. And also Komeda. For some reason.
Oh, is it that? That's the one from Danganronpa?
I think so.
Huh.
Yeah, he's like he's a white-haired anime boy from Part 2 who wants to kill everyone and also hates himself and also everyone else for some reason.
Good news is, neither of us will ever know.
Yeah. It's a shame it's impossible to find out.
Yeah, you know, there are many things in this world that are truly lost knowledge. And speaking of lost knowledge, this was a wild experience.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
It is hard for me to extrapolate outwards. So I have a vague idea of how the choices we made led to getting a Venus Devil ending.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether there are 4 endings, 3 of which where somebody is like most neglected and therefore becomes like the one who gets caught up. And then like a 4th one where you like balance it all somehow, or like another thing, you do some like particular route that just happens to be the right one, or if the way of deciding on things is in fact stranger than that. In part, I've only ever done one full playthrough of Heaven Will Be Mine. I'd be really interested to go back another time and either playing as Saturn or as somebody else, like get the like Saturn victory.
Right.
I would also be really interested to play through from like Lunaterra's perspective, because I'm like, why would anyone ever side with the Memorial Foundation?
Yeah.
I mean, that was just my like, you know, experience playing through with Pluto. All of which is to say, like, this game was interesting, but I also feel like this felt like a true-ish ending. Not
That's
in the sense of not in the sense of like what we call good, bad, good end, bad end, true end, that sort of thing, but like
Yeah.
this felt like a honest version of the events of the story. Uh,
Oh,
if you followed through from like the character stuff, if you
yes.
follow through with like, okay, when it's possible for Venus to like fall back, Venus will, and when it's possible for Jupiter to like, hey, nobody's taking the lead, I guess I'll take the lead, I will. Um, you could have ended up at a similar set of choices that we did, and
Hmm.
you could have tried to like play through the characters like that, perspective
Yeah.
wise. Um, I have a really hard time extrapolating outwards unless this game is like really, really, really formulaic, which, given how weird it is,
I can.
I,
Would you like me to answer this question?
here's a question.
Yeah.
Like, we see on the screen in front of us a photograph of the ground with
Yeah.
a bunch of stones, a bunch of like under shrubbery, quite a few cigarette butts, and a belt.
Yeah.
Is the belt meaningfully thematic, or is it just like a
No. And
picture?
I know.
Okay.
If it is, then I. Here's what I'll say. I have never noticed this fucking belt in my life.
Okay.
I
Because
truly don't think I comprehended that it was a belt until you said we see a picture in front of us, and I started looking at it. I was like, oh, hey, that's a belt.
there's like three like connotations of a belt, and I'm like not like thoroughly enthused with any of the three.
Yeah.
Um, I in this context, so I'm happy to hear about that.
Yeah, I mean my best guess there is like again, these are real like these are not
Mm-hmm.
staged photos like,
Mm-hmm.
you know. They went AVB went out with a physical camera. I know I've written from not written. I've read articles about how this game was written. Like
Mm-hmm.
AVB did this is like a making of thing where she was like, "Yeah, these are literally just like like a film camera like I went out into the woods and like took a bunch of pictures and that served as the backgrounds for the game." Um and that's where these photos come from. So I think a lot of the like I think I wouldn't read too much into the artifacts
Sure.
of the photos because there's only so much control you have over something like that
Mm-hmm.
as like the writer.
Mm-hmm.
Um
That is
as far
reassuring.
as yeah. As far as the root stuff, I do know the answer to that question, obviously. I can tell it to you or we can experiment and you can figure it out on your own.
I feel like because the thing is, while we're not going to do another route tonight, we are going to
Yeah.
revisit this and go through some more. And
Uh,
I think the mystery is worthwhile. So I
okay.
think let's leave it a mystery.
All right. Um Any other like things you want to get out of the way? Because I feel like I have some questions about specific stuff, but I want to let you like get out all your general thoughts first.
Um, let's move on to the questions. I
Yeah.
guess like the specific thing I would say is I am pro some of the specific depictions in this game, and I am oh, how would you say this? Taking a drink of water because we've been talking a lot. I game gets a thumbs up from me. you know, um, I am interested in and could justify the like opinions and feelings I have about this game, but like even if all of the other routes totally dispel all of the things I'm thinking about, I think the first route can be meaningful in a way for a lot of games. Uh,
Yeah.
and I think that this does a pretty good job of making that first route feel meaningful. And let's move on to your questions.
Yeah. I guess I'm most of all curious, like, when you were like, what's your first of all, what's your impression of the devil in We Did the Devil? And how much does that like line up with the way you knew the devil as like a figure in your own Christian childhood?
In my Christian childhood, this has um the only parts of this that correspond to that understanding of the devil is the idea of like around you and could something could happen at any time.
Right.
But not the like tone terminology or like visual depiction. Rather, instead, I
Yeah.
think
I would say that I think some of that visual depiction is specific to the fact that it's Venus who is the devil in this particular case, right?
right,
Like, um,
and I think like specifically these it's become something of a meme to talk about like biblically accurate angels over
uh-huh,
the last few years, but like when this game came out, that was not the case, you know.
yeah,
And I would describe, I think, an understanding of the devil, the character that we call the devil, because it turns out we kind of lump a few different characters together when we call it the devil.
who's
We're t-
we?
oh Western culture maybe.
Fair enough.
uh, the sentence will probably make more sense by the time we reach the end of it, which is to say there is Satan, you know, like this like tempting figure, and
Uh-huh.
there is Lucifer, this rebelling figure, and then we also have there's a few different names for. Are you familiar with the Book of Job?
No, I thought it
Okay.
was. I know it exists, but I did think it was pronounced job for most of my life.
Mm-hmm. The Book of Job is basically there's this guy whose life is pretty good and loves the Lord, and some figure who speaks to God and is like operating on like a spiritual level of communicating with God, somebody who isn't a human, is like, hey, God, do you really think this guy would like still like praise you and believe in you if his life wasn't so good? And God's
Oh, I think
like,
I read a Ted Chiang short story about this.
sure, yeah. And then
I'll
God's
explain
like,
that after.
okay, I will destroy this man's life. Take away literally everything possible. Like truly some weird, like, vengeful God stuff. Uh, I almost said shit there, but I find it hard to swear about God, which is weird. Um, Nevertheless, and then like long story short, eventually Job is like, my God, why have you done this to me? Um, and but like is still like, hey, you're still the God, and then God gives him like, okay, I killed all of your family and like grandchildren, but I'm gonna give you a new family, twice as big. Um, all of which is say that figure in that story is also lumped in with the idea of the devil, as is when you get to Faust and different like Dr. Faustus like stories, um, where somebody like makes a deal with a devil. You know, are you familiar with Faust? Different versions of Faust.
Uh, I am familiar with Felix Faust, the DC comic book villain.
Oh, I basically Faust like make in various different versions basically makes a deal with the devil, uh, and he gets like whatever wealth or power or magic or immortality or whatever. But if at any point he feels or experiences like true like happiness or satisfaction, the devil will come take his soul and he'll be in hell for the rest of time. And that like template like is built outwards to make lots of different Faust stories through time, and the devil in that is like Mephistopheles. We get a lot of like different Mephisto characters in like 20th century popular culture based on that idea, and like these things are of course built upon like myths and ideas of various jinns and you know the idea of making a deal with the devil like predates our like Christian identity of the devil. I mean, my personal favorite, like, oh, and we also keep carrying these devil forwards, are like the weird Christian depiction of the devil in like what's it? Uh literally was it Old Scratch, I want to say, is another name for the devil if you don't want to like say quote the devil's name. And it's like this weird like crabby shouty guy who then is split off by the time you get to Homestuck to make Karkat Vantis, who is supposed to be like emblematic of the like modern Christian devil, and Doc Scratch are both like iterations of the idea of this like devil figure who's like constantly hating us and trying to make our lives worse. All of which is to say, I think the specific idea of identifying Lucifer, identifying the morning star, and saying, hey, this is a, well, person is a rough word to use, but person who was an angel, who is an angel, who is, as like I, Juliet, like to translate things. You don't say that something is something, you say that something is as it is. And the word was as God was. But I think you might even be historically correct to say that Lucifer literally was an angel. We could get into like a lot of further, like, we could talk all day about that. But depicting the devil and the possession of the devil and all of these things through this like quote biblically accurate angel sort of like iconography, I think is powerful, effective, reminds us of a message, and the fact that it's specifically connected to Venus and everything works in a variety of different ways. I think the like fake Bible verses in there tie together with this iteration of the devil in a way that like connects together. I imagine the Bible verses we'll hear from God, if we hear Bible verses from God over the radio, they will be different probably because these were like really specific to this iteration. Anyways, all of which is to say, this devil has very little in common with the devil that we knew of as children.
Yeah. I guess more than that, I'm curious, like, I imagine the literal devil, like, as depicted in We Know the Devil, like, the thing that Venus becomes is very different than the figure you grew up with. What I'm curious about is if it produced the same effect in you that it does in these kids, right? Like, these kids are all, like... I mean, it's interesting to me because there's always this very strange sense of doublethink, and I think you will see this more throughout the rest of the, throughout the other routes, where it's like, these kids know, kind of, that the rules are stupid, but they don't seem to, like, extrapolate that to the people who made the rules, right? It's not like, oh, these rules are stupid and therefore God is stupid. It's, these rules are stupid, but God is still worth listening to, at least in some fashion. And the devil is still something to be feared, at least in some fashion. That sort of, like, detachment of divinity and profanity from consequence has always fascinated me because it's so alien to the way I think. Like, I am such a deep, like, and this part might not be the Hindu in me, it might just be the atheist in me, because I was raised this way, right? Like, my parents were both physics doctorates. I have never had I'm familiar with, when I say I'm a Hindu, what I mean is I have Hindu myth as my basis for things. I can tell you about the Ramayana, but I don't know shit about anything that happened in the Bible, except for, like, you know, I know about 5 things that happen in the Bible. So, like...
There's a snake, there's a whale, there's a cross.
I fucking forgot about the whale. I don't know, I couldn't tell you what... I know there is a whale, because it happened in Pinocchio, and I guess that was a Bible reference.
Yeah, and in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah, of course. Truly my thing is, like, Adam and Eve, Noah. At some point, Abraham almost sacrificed his son, but then an angel stopped him. Jesus was born and then had all that shit happen. Like, I couldn't even tell you what happened to Jesus. Jesus was born. People admired him a lot. He was killed by the Romans and then resurrected and then went back to heaven again. And then several, like, over a millennia later, people started arguing about the Pope a lot.
Oh, hey, you know who was the first Pope?
Is it Jesus?
Okay, well that's a complicated question. I Jesus was the vicar for humanity. Um, as in like literally vicarious, like vicar vicarious.
Uh-huh.
The Pope being the vicar of Christ for humanity. Often thought of as Peter being the first Pope? Question mark. It's complicated. It's also funny that we started this whole thing talking about Peter denying Jesus. Uh,
Wait, I thought
yeah.
was that Peter? Oh, Simon Peter. Right. Yes.
Um.
Okay.
Anyways, uh,
Uh, truly, my
all which.
knowledge of Christianity is very, like, very piecemeal. But like, that's where, like, the double think. Like, again, you will see more of this double think later. But it's like
Mhm.
all of these characters are very deeply, like, are not at all taken in by the rules they associate with their faith, but they still seem to maintain the, like, broad sense of what, like, they switch the meaning of bad and good, like, on a dime to call themselves bad when it's relevant to God, but,
Mhm.
like, everything else bad when it actually, like, sucks for their experience, right? It's
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
um, I'm a bad person because I'm not very godly. But then also, like, when they say, oh, you know, it's bad that it's so hot and the mosquitoes are biting us, like, that, they switch that on a dime in a way that, like, is very strange. Like, it's so alien to me.
That's fascinating. I can see what you're saying, but I never would have picked it up on it like myself without you pointing
Yeah.
it out. But I can totally see it. I would say that my like lived experience is one of like often verging on constantly praying to God about like things to try to make them go better
Uh-huh.
and being confused in like trying to figure out whether I did something wrong when they don't.
Right.
We of course had there's a few great sayings that you like really learn in particular households, and in one of the churches, you know, a lot of churches. Have you ever heard the phrase "For all have failed and fall short of the glory of God"? Uh,
I don't think I have. I've heard that spiritual idea expressed, like, elsewhere. The idea that, like, I mean, this is the concept of original sin, right?
Right. And like tagged on the like and you also individually have failed. We don't get into original sin as much as like some earlier I mean original sin was a big there's a big thing that a lot of church folks fought over and wrote about until it became like doctrine. Because we get so much in and again I'm speaking like from the sort of evangelical Protestant uh, situations that I was involved in, it was so much more like, well, obviously you have sinned because, like, also it's really difficult not to sin, as it turns out. Um,
Yeah.
I,
Turns out when you write a lot of rules, it's hard not to break some.
and when you tie like, for all have failed and fall short of the glory of God, with a common thing in my household, which is, you have failed, you are unworthy of love and deserve to be punished. Uh,
Yeah.
which is just one of those just killer phrases, you know? Um,
Yeah.
I the idea of like, oh, I am bad is like a confusing thing because of like, well, like if you're good, good things will happen to you. And clearly, whatever I've done must not be good. Whatever like ritual I am doing to pray to God, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't because sometimes good things like sometimes things work out okay and sometimes they super don't. And so you get in that like you know the experiments with the rats. This is usually talked about with like slot machines and stuff,
Yes,
where
I
like
do know exactly what you're talking about, right? Where it's
yeah,
like if you give them a consistently good output, they will be normal. If you give them a consistently failing output, they will be sad but still normal. But you can develop an intense sense of addiction
mm-hmm,
um, by like fucking like making it random, basically, like making it so
mm-hmm.
that it only that if they only get food at like random intervals based on their actions, like sometimes they can press a button and it will give them food, and other times it won't. That will produce this intense addictive sense.
And like, even if they're full, they'll keep pressing the lever because they never know when it will happen or not happen, and everything.
Yeah.
The specific idea of like these like radios and crystals and wires and like kind of like occult coded practices, I think
Yeah.
are a decent way of developing what we call like an onstage manifestation. You have like a physical object that represents something that otherwise would be kind of just interpersonal or internal. And in this sense, it's like the methods and like approaches to prayer in particular. Prayer as a preventative measure, prayer as a like palliative measure, prayer as a like trying to make something go the way you hope it will. I so you end up in a spot where like, well, sometimes the prayer works and sometimes it doesn't, and it feels like trying to like fine tune on a radio, trying to like figure, okay, so if I pray in this sort of attitude, or if I pray in this sort of like space and in this sort of place, if I pray in these specific ways, can I find the right frequency? And trying and failing and trying and failing and having it be really, really unclear whether and when you've actually gotten it right. So you have this terrible data, this noise that you're trying to find the signal in, and that being your entire faith practice, your desperate way to restructure your entire life, like in attitude and in practice, in method and intention, and trying again to fine tune it. I think the helplessness and maybe even hopelessness of this game's writing really hits the nail on the head for that, from my experience. But while we have plenty more to talk about, I'm excited to get to the next route to do it. So stay tuned for more of The Devil We Know.